What's going on, guys? Finally made it to North Carolina, and as you can tell, the Airstream's back there. Today we are going to be talking about the build of this Airstream. We already did the tour. I kind of showed a little bit of the details as far as like the behind the scenes as we were doing it, but I kind of wanted to use all the time-lapse footage that I took while I was building this thing, and then you can kind of also see where I ran out of time and kind of just stopped filming because we had to get on the road. So this video pretty much covers, just the overall as far as what it looked like as we built this unit from the ground up. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. After getting the frame reinforced, I boxed in the entire frame from the front axle all the way to the back. Once we were done with that, I added insulation, the tanks, and started buttoning up the underbelly. I also applied fluid film to all of the frame just to prevent any further rust from coming about, and just in case any moisture gets there, I don't have to worry about rust building up over time and rotting it out. When it came to the electrical in the Airstream, all of the original wiring was in place when I bought it. Majority of it was outside the wall, and I knew with the floor plan that we were going to have, that just wasn't going to work. So I ended up ripping 100% of it out and starting from scratch. I ran all new 110 volt through the walls, all new 12 volt through the walls where I had to. I wanted everything hidden, clean, and new. When we finally got to the insulation part, it was super exciting because it was like 110 degrees outside while I was working on this thing. So I knew once I got that insulation up, the AC would actually finally start being able to cool this thing down, and I may actually be able to survive the rest of the build out. Things were finally starting to get pretty exciting when we finally got to the point of installing the interior skins. This thing was finally starting to look like an Airstream again and not just a mess of a project that I felt like it was for the last month and a half. I would highly suggest investing in an electric rivet gun if you're going to be doing one of these. When I started putting in the ceiling section of this trailer, I ended up going with a 5-foot piece of all clad. The reason I did that was it's a mirror finish. It looks really cool, and I just thought it would, kind of grab attention as you walked in here, having that mirror finish on the ceiling versus like the satin finish at the sides. The front and back top caps, or whatever you want to call it, radius corners, the absolute coolest part, or the coolest looking part of the inside of the Airstream, in my opinion, I thought were gonna suck. It was one of those things that I was kind of I just didn't want to get to it because I was afraid I was gonna screw it up. But I ended up using 2-inch solid foam core foam blocks As you can tell, I just cut them into little squares and put them all over the place. That way when I was, you know, getting the radius bent within the panels that I'm putting up, that kind of held it and gave me that air gap more or less in between the two sheets, so I could still have the insulation, and I just filled everything in with the wool insulation. Kind of stinks. You can tell in this one, I'm working on the cabinets. I already put the floor down. I put the floor down in 1 hour the night before doing these cabinets, and this was when we kind of started the crunch time of I sucked at recording things because I was just in I need to get this done stage. So I got the floor down. It's LVT, click together, 100% waterproof vinyl plank. Got it off of Facebook Marketplace for an extremely good deal. So that was honestly the main deciding factor of why we went with that versus like a rollout vinyl. An important part while you're building is to make sure that when you know you're going to be hanging heavy things, to get in a support plate big enough to support it. So this is a piece of 3/4 inch plywood that is glued, nailed, and screwed into this frame. That's where the fireplace is going to be hanging. So I just wanted to make sure that I gave myself a really, really good mounting spot for that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments. If you have a project similar to this that you need help with, feel free to shoot me an email. This is something that we do while traveling, so we can come to you. I'm also going to leave a link for the full tour of the completed Airstream, so go check that out. And until next time, guys, keep dreaming. You have unexpected problems. You know, they have unexpected, solutions. And that, here, let me kind of tell you. Oh, whoops. I appeared to slip and fall into the pool. So this is the epitome of getting dealt lemons and making lemonade. Might as well use this time to play with these two little crazy kids. That's how I'm going to finish out my day.